Namo Buddhaya, meritorious children. Once again, we have met each other through this Mirror of Dhamma program to share the Buddha's teachings, to learn the Buddha's teachings, to develop right views, to eradicate suffering, to find a peaceful state, to achieve a peaceful state that is Nibbana. So, this program is conducted by the monks of Mahamevanawa Buddhist Monastery, with the great blessings of our teacher, Most Venerable Avasarai Kiribadgoda Jnanananda Mahathera Pingwat Loka Swamin Wahansa. Dear children, in this program, there will be 4 sessions. In one session, you will learn Dhamma, a Jataka story, maybe a Dhammapada story, sometimes a Sutta. Then there's another session to share the good deeds that children do at their homes and in their countries, back in their countries. Because children from many countries watch this program. And then there's another session to meditate. Then you can ask questions. When you send questions through emails, we answer those questions as well. So this is a wonderful program. You will have intervals, breaks, and then you can join the program. And this is conducted once a week. So first of all, before we start learning Dhamma, we should become virtuous. We should become virtuous. We should become good people. We should control the body and speech. We should control the actions that we perform bodily and verbally, with the refuge of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So we should go for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and observe the 5 precepts and protect them. Even God Sakka, being a god, worships the human beings who are developing higher qualities. So God Sakka is a person who is worshipped by gods and humans. But if human beings are cultivating good qualities, they are seen even by the God Sakka. So if you like to be seen by divine beings, if you like to get the protection from divine beings, we should go for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and observe and protect the 5 precepts. The Buddha's teachings will protect our life. The Buddha's teachings will protect our life in this life as well as in next life. The Buddha's teachings will act like a mirror for us. The Buddha's teachings will act like a mirror for us. We can keep the Buddha's teachings as a mirror and correct all our faults and find solutions and direct our lives to a greater development in a way that you will not decline anymore in life. Because of bad friends, you might do bad deeds. It's very easy to associate bad friends and then to be influenced with bad qualities. It's very difficult to be influenced with good qualities because it's very difficult to find good people to associate. It's very easy to do bad things but difficult to do good deeds. So this Mirror of Dhamma program is for the children who have difficulties learning Dhamma in Sinhala, who have been brought up in countries away from Sri Lanka, away from the motherland, who have difficulties learning Dhamma in Sinhala. They will get the chance to learn Dhamma in Sinhala, and gradually we are training you all to learn Dhamma in Sinhala as well. We will be chanting kavi, poems, we will be chanting stanzas, and we will be providing handouts with English and Sinhala translations as well. So join us throughout the program and let's enjoy this program and gain enormous merit and be happy thinking that you have done something good today and that good deeds will help you in life until you attain Nibbana. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Now you know the value of going for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and observing 5 precepts. So now you know that you are praised by gods, you are worshipped by gods even. So let's now venerate the Buddha 3 times and go for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and observe the 5 precepts. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Saṅgham saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi saṅgham saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi saṅgham saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To observe the 5 precepts, say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, and to realize the Four Noble Truths. In this Gautama Buddha's dispensation, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, we are so fortunate to hear the Buddha's teachings again and again, and to gain a real protection to our life, to guard our life with wholesome qualities and live with full of loving kindness, and also to live with full awareness of life. So we should remember that the month we are spending is the Asala month. The Poya day, the full moon Poya day that we spent was the Asala full moon Poya day. On the Asala full moon Poya day, our Buddha preached the first Dhamma Sermon, that is the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. The Blessed One revealed the Four Noble Truths. The Blessed One revealed his realization for the first time after becoming a Buddha, out of compassion towards Devas, Brahmas and humans. The Buddha introduced the Noble Eightfold Path on the Asala Full Moon Poya Day. The Sangha was created on the Asala Full Moon Poya Day. The Dhamma appeared in this world on the Asala Full Moon Poya Day. The disciples entered the Buddha's path on the Asala Full Moon Poya Day. Devas and Brahmas who were lost in their lives, who were lost in samsara, who were lost and who did not know at all what to do in life, the real purpose of life, the real meaning of life, what a human being should do, what a divine being should do, what a Brahma should do. Once they obtain a wonderful life like a human being, life like a Deva, life like a Brahma, once they are born in a good destination, we should have good aims in our life. So Buddha introduced a wonderful aim on the Asala Full Moon Poya Day for us to achieve that is Nibbana. Therefore, children, let's pay homage to the Buddha 3 times and learn a wonderful sermon today, wonderful few suttas today, to learn the importance of realizing the Four Noble Truths and why we should realize the Four Noble Truths, the purpose and how valuable it is, and the danger of not realizing the Four Noble Truths. So first of all, let's pay homage to the Buddha 3 times. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. First of all, I would like to pay my homage to my teacher, to our Lokaswamin Wahansa, Most Venerable Avasarai Kirimatgoda Jnanananda Maha Thera. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear children, today you are going to learn about the Four Noble Truths and the value of realizing the Four Noble Truths. Now, on the Asala Full Moon Poya Day, the Blessed One revealed and explained the Four Noble Truths very well. If you take the first Noble Truth, the Blessed One revealed that the beings, the human beings, Devas, Brahmas, any living being has to go through suffering. Imagine there's a person who owns the entire earth. The greatest achievement a human being, the greatest material achievement a human being can achieve is becoming a wheel-turning monarch. In one of the upcoming programs, we will teach you about a wheel-turning monarch. So, a wheel-turning monarch is a king who would rule the whole earth with 5 precepts. That means everyone in this world will protect the 5 precepts. And that wheel-turning monarch will rule the whole world in a righteous way. So, imagine if someone is a wheel-turning monarch. Someone becomes a wheel-turning monarch. That's the greatest achievement, the achievement that can be achieved in terms of materially. Even a wheel-turning monarch has to go through some problems and troubles in life. Imagine a person who owns the whole earth. Even if such a person has to go through suffering, what's the purpose of being born again and again? What's the purpose of living this life without removing and eradicating suffering? In the first Noble Truth, Buddha explains that birth is suffering because birth ends with death. And then before you die, you grow old. Then you get, your body will get ill, and then you will be harmed and you will be affected by diseases. Then We will separate from loved ones and loved things, and we will mix with people that we do not like, and we will mix with people and we will mix with things that we won't like. So, and we will not get what we desire. Even if we like to maintain our beauty forever, we can't do that. So we can't have things as we wish. And in brief, this form, whatever we feel, the ability of feeling things, then the ability of recognizing things, and then the thinking. When we think, we accumulate karma. So then the consciousness get planted. So these 5 aggregates of clinging are subjected to suffering. So this is what we got in life, things that are subjected to suffering. So Buddha revealed that. So even a wheel-turning monarch will have to experience whatever Buddha preached in the First Noble Truth. And then the First Noble Truth is something to be understood, realized. And then the reason we feel sad when we lose the valuable things is because of craving. Because of craving, we feel uncomfortable and get angry, and we get attached, we get opposed. And we delight in this world, we delight in next world, we don't like to escape from this suffering. So that's because of craving. So it's because of craving we suffer. So craving should be eradicated. That is the second noble truth. And then the third noble truth is the removal of suffering, like achieving Nibbana. So achieving the eradication of suffering. So this suffering can be eradicated. That is the third noble truth. And to eradicate this suffering, there's a path that should be developed. So the 4 noble truths were introduced on a Vassala Full Moon Poet Day. So the 4 noble truths are the essence of the Buddha's teachings. 4 noble truths should be realized with great effort, with great courage, with great determination. We should not give up a single moment of thinking according to the Buddha's teachings. Because in any moment, if we die, in a moment that we don't think according to the Buddha's teachings, that would harm our life. That would harm our next birth. So we should try to always at least spread loving kindness whenever we are free, even while traveling, at home, when you're at school, whenever you are free, whenever you have free time, or even if you go through a sad moment, try to give up that sad moment immediately and strive hard to practice Dhamma. Now see what happens, children. When you don't realize the 4 noble truths, imagine how long we have to go in this samsara, how much we have to suffer in this samsara. So there's a wonderful sutta called Patavi Sutta. So I'll teach you. It's about the earth. The Buddha preaches, this is how I heard. At one time, the Blessed One was staying at the province of Savatthi, in Jayas Grove at Anathapindika's monastery. The Blessed One addressed the monks, saying, "O monks." Those monks replied, "O monks," the monk said, "O monks, Bhante." Those monks replied. The Blessed One said this, "Monks, this cycle of rebirth is endless. This cycle of birth, being born and dead. The beginning of this extremely long journey cannot be discovered. The past lives. These beings, hindered by lack of knowledge of the true nature of life." Hindered by what? Hindered by lack knowledge. Hindered by lack of knowledge of true nature of life and bound by craving. Roam and wander on this endless journey. So imagine, the ones who do not know the 4 noble truths and the ones who are covered by craving, they go from one birth to another birth. They go from one life to another life without knowing what they should do in life. So they go from one life to another life like this. See how Buddha explains. Monks, if someone were to throw a stick up into the air, it would fall on its bottom at one time. That means when you throw a stick to the air, it will fall on its bottom one time. Another time it would fall on its side. Then, and still another time it would fall on its top. In the same way, monks, beings hindered by lack of knowledge of the true nature of life and bound by craving, roam and wander on this long journey of rebirths, go from this world to the next world, and another time they come from the other world to this world. Without invitation or without any effort, beings can be born according to karma they have accumulated. They receive things according to their karma. Some are beautiful, some people are ugly, some people are rich, some people are poor, some people are foolish, some people are wise. So this human life, we should not do things that would make us foolish in next life. In this life that we have received, we shouldn't do things that could make us become poor in next life. We shouldn't do things that could make us ugly in next life. We shouldn't do things that could make us uninfluential in next life. We should not do things that could make us totally miserable in next life. We should become generous. We should not become jealous. We should be happy by seeing the others' development in life. In the sutta about the earth, the Buddha preaches like this. Monks, suppose a person would make clay balls the size of a grape. A person would take some soil from the earth and make a ball with the size of a grape out of this great earth. Then he would put each ball down, saying for each one, "This is my father." Imagine a person takes some soil from the earth and he make a ball out of it, and then he keep it aside. He keep that ball aside and he says, "Okay, this is my father." He counts. Now, what is he trying to do? He is trying to count the number of fathers. How is he going to count? He is trying to count the father's generation, the lineage of fathers. Now he is counting like this. This is my father. Then he takes some more soil from the earth and then he make a bowl. And then he thinks, okay, this is my father's father. Then he will think, okay, this is my grandfather's father. This is my great-grandfather's father. So like this, he will keep on making balls, clay balls from the earth. Dear children, the earth will finish, but the lineage of fathers will not finish. That much we have been coming in this long journey of samsara. The Blessed One explained in this series of suttas, if you see a rich person, by any chance, if you see a rich person, children, don't become jealous. The Blessed One taught that we have become rich people in past lives, in many lives. So those things we have achieved. We have become rich people in past lives. So in this life, if we are not rich, that is not something to become sad, by knowing that we have been rich people in past lives. Then the Blessed One said, if you see a poor person, think that you have been a poor person in past lives. And if that has happened in the past, can't that happen in the future? So our life is something that is always changing, children. Our life is changing always, bad to worst, then good to bad, then bad to good. But all these things are not eternal. When one problem is solved, another problem comes. Therefore, we should guard our life. So that's why Blessed One preaches, dear bhikkhus, the beginning of this extremely long journey cannot be discovered. These beings who are hindered by the true knowledge of the true nature of life and bound by craving, they roam and wander on this endless journey of samsara without knowing what is good and bad, without knowing about karma, without knowing about mindfulness, without knowing about generosity, without knowing about gratefulness. So the Blessed One preaches like this. The Blessed One preaches, imagine if you take a yawn, a yawn is a long period. Within a yawn, the amount of skeleton, the amount of bones, if the bones within a yawn were not decayed, the skeleton after we died in past lives, if those skeletons were not decayed, those skeletons would be piled up just like the Vepula mountain in India. It's a big mountain in India. So within a yawn, if we have piled up skeletons just as big as Vepula mountain, imagine the sufferings we would have gone through in the past. The Blessed One said like this. The Blessed One said like this. If someone can become a stream entrant, the suffering he has eradicated is like the great ocean. The suffering he will have to experience, the suffering that remains in his life is just like 7 drops of water. Imagine the entire sea is disappeared. Only 7 drops are remaining. So if someone becomes a stream entrant, those are the remaining suffering. Those are the sufferings remaining, just like some 7 drops of seawater. But if someone has not realized the Four Noble Truths, the sufferings that he has to go through in life is like the great ocean, like the great sea. When in one life we could become blind, in next life we could get punished by kings, in another life we could get murdered, in another life we could die out of a cancer, in another life we could die early, in another life we could lose the mother. When the father is alive, when just after you came from the mother's womb, the mother might die. Or sometimes before you come out from the mother's womb, you might die. Or else after you come out from the mother's womb, the father might die. After some time, maybe after 10 years, after 15 years, both your mother and father might die. So this life is full of sufferings. We try to escape from suffering by listening to songs and by forgetting them and by finding new friends. And we think that, well, bad things will happen to others but not for us. No, Four Noble Truths are common to everyone. So I taught you this sutta for you to become mindful, for you to become serious today, children, to work hard to practice the methods to overcome suffering, like practicing loving kindness, practicing impermanence meditation, then seeing the true nature of the body, helping each other as much as possible, being obedient to parents, being humble to monks, recognize who a Buddha is, recognize what the Buddha's teachings are, recognize who the Sangha is, follow the Noble Eightfold Path. Therefore, children, today, by learning this sermon about the earth, so may you have the opportunity to have a strong determination to work hard to realize the Four Noble Truths, because by knowing what? Now we have understood that we have been coming in a long journey. In the same way, this can apply, this same lineage, the father's lineage, can be applied to the mother's lineage also. The earth will finish, but the mother's lineage will not finish. So if the mother's lineage will not finish, what could happen to our life in the past lives? Think about our past life, the previous life, the previous life, previous lives. So throughout this journey of samsara, remember, there was no single life that we could escape from death. There was no single life that we could escape from diseases. There was no single life that we could escape from old age. There was no single life that we could escape from not separating from loved ones. There was no single life that we could escape from without meeting people that we do not like. There was no life that we could always get what we want. Do you wish to have a similar life in the future? No, don't even think. The time period you are living is a period where Buddha's teachings are widely spoken. Don't miss this chance. Not in each and every life we get this chance to learn and hear the Buddha's teachings. Not in each and every life we get to meet good people. Now you are born in a time where you have born as a human being. You have met a Buddha. You have met the Buddha's teachings. The Sangha has appeared. You can offer dana. You can learn Dhamma. You can think wisely and eradicate all these sufferings forever. So may you have the opportunity not to go not to prolong this journey of samsara, end suffering like 7 drops of water by becoming a stream entrant, and be happy thinking that as a human being, I have become a stream entrant in the Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Now we have come to meditate. So let's think of the Buddha today. Now close your eyes. Before that, find a comfortable posture. Cross your legs. If possible, cross your legs. Don't press your eyes. Don't press your eyes. Keep one palm on the other palm. Cross your legs. Keep your back straight. Now listen to me and think according to what I say. My great teacher, Supreme Buddha, eradicated passion, hatred and delusion. Supreme Buddha, eradicated unwholesome deeds, cultivated wholesome deeds, and purified the body, speech, and mind. Even in secrecy, did not commit any misdeeds, guarded sense faculties, controlled sense faculties. Supreme Buddha, purified the body, speech, and mind. In this way, the great Buddha is an Arahant. Arahant, Arahant. The Blessed One had a purified mind. Supreme Buddha realized the Four Noble Truths without anyone's help. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Samma Sambuddho. Samma Sambuddho. Supreme Buddha developed supernatural powers, developed great virtue, concentration and wisdom. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Vijacharana Sampanno. Vijacharana Sampanno. Supreme Buddha followed the Noble Eightfold Path, the wonderful path, and achieved Nibbana. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Sugato. Sugato. Supreme Buddha understood all worlds and escaped from all worlds and achieved true happiness. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Lokavidu. Lokavidu. Supreme Buddha became an incomparable teacher for taming others with great compassion. The Blessed One tamed others with kindness. Think about our lives. We are seated and meditating. No one is forcing us. We do it wholeheartedly. We do that because the Buddha has the quality of Anuttaro Purisa Dhammasarati. We are tamed by that quality. So the Blessed One is Anuttaro Purisa Dhammasarati. Anuttaro Purisa Dhammasarati. Anuttaro Purisa Dhammasarati. The Blessed One became a teacher for gods and humans. Both for gods and humans. That's why we call the Blessed One Satta Deva Manusana. Satta Deva Manusana. Supreme Buddha taught the excellent Dhamma without holding anything, without holding anything back. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Buddha. Buddha. Supreme Buddha was fortunate to have all these qualities and was unique to have all these qualities. And the Blessed One is known as Bhagava. 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 Slowly open your eyes. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Children, now it's the time for us to share the good deeds and the good, wonderful Dhamma propagations done by the children. Some children, they have done presentations. They have prepared wonderful Dhamma content and they have made videos. So let's read out some good deeds done by children. So the first good deed I'm hoping to read is done by Brian and Rehan. So Brian and Rehan from England. I'm sending here with a presentation of a dana we given at home to the Blessed One and to the Mahasangha. we would like to share merit with our teacher, Loko Swamin Wahanse, and the monks living at Colombo Dhamma Friends Monastery, and all the others specified in the presentation. So now let's watch a wonderful presentation done by Brian and Rehan Putta. So we just watched to Brian and Rehan's video, the presentation. So if you all also can make video presentations like this, you are always welcome to do that. And we are waiting to see such videos to share with the other wonderful kids, and then for other children to learn this Dhamma. So may Brian Putta and Rehan Putta realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And then there's another email from Inuka. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. My name is Inuka Tehan. I would like to share some good deeds. My father offered money to one of his office friends because in India his house collapsed during a natural disaster, and in Sri Lanka one of my dad's friends passed away. So my dad sent money to his friend's mother for buying food, medicine and necessary things. Today, me and my mother, sister and brother offered milk rice, fruits, yogurt and pen to Buddharajanan Wahanse and Sariputta Maharatan Wahanse, and we listen to Velimada Saddasila Swamin Wahanse's Dhamma Sermon for 1 hour. These are the good deeds that me and my family have done. Theruvan Sarana Nama Buddhaya. So I rejoiced in your Dhamma learning. And if you learn any sermon in Sinhala, why don't you share what you learn? So this is Inuka Putta. Inuka Putta, whatever you learn in Sinhala, write that, summarize that and send to us. Then we can share with other children. Then I will also have more Dhamma content to share with other kids. So many merits, Inuka Putta, may you be well and happy. And the next email is from couple of kids, so from a big family. So before that he pays homage to the Blessed One 3 times. This is a wonderful thing that you all are doing. See, now 2 children I have noticed that before they write to us, the first thing they say is Namo Buddhaya, and then they say homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supreme Enlightened One. Then only they start talking. Honestly, the first thing you should do is paying homage to the Buddha 3 times. And then share merits and then start talking. So, my homage to Loko Swamin Wahanse and all the other Swamin Wahanse. See how nice this is. May all of us realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. What a wonderful idea. My name is Inuka Tehan, the same son. I am 8 years old. I am a boy. I have 2 siblings. Big sister's name is Kenuli. She is 12 years old. And my little brother's name is Ishita Vinut. He is 3.5 years old. My brother always helping to put the Buddha Pujava. He can say all the 3 sentences, Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa, Buddhaṃ Saranam Gacchāmi, and Buddhu Sarana Veva. So after me and my big sister finishes the Pujava, my little brother worships our parents with us, and he says Sadhu Sadhu loudly when we offer Buddha Puja to the Supreme Buddha. They have said Buddha Sadhu. So you can say the Buddha, Budurajanan Vahansa. The other way is you can say Budurajanan Vahansa. Then my big sister always says Tun Sutre, that means Mahamangala Sutta, Ratana Sutta, and Karanimetta Sutta during the everyday puja. She always studies well and always listens to Bana, and she always helping me. So these are the qualities of my siblings. Theruvan Saranai. So Inukaputta is sharing the good qualities of their siblings, because in the last program, in one of the recent programs, I told you to write about the good qualities of your siblings. Why? To overcome anger each other. So the next good deed is from Vinuja Jayavikrama. So my name is Vinuja Jayavikrama. After seeing a bird making a bird house. Now while I'm telling this, our Shraddha TV video editors will show you some photos. So while I'm reading it, see what these children have done. After seeing a bird making a bird house in our backyard light with 4 little birds. So in their backyard, there was a small lamp, and then inside that lamp, a bird has laid eggs, and now there are 4 little birds. So it is not safe for the bird because of the light heat. So when they on the light, the birds might die even. So when they keep the light on, the birds could die. So we stopped using that light. Then we decided to make some bird houses for the birds. You will see in these photographs how these 2 kids are making houses for the birds. So my Siya, Bandula Sena, Jayavikrama, my Tata and my Ayala Hansaja, Senuja and Nangi Lisari, we all together with their hard work, we make 5 bird houses, and we painted all in a beautiful colorful colors and hang on the trees. We are so happy. You can see the happiness in the photographs. We are so happy that we make a safe house for the birds in the summer holiday break. We all can do something like this for poor wild animals. Live safe and happily. Buddha Saranai. So you just watch how they gain merit by making house for birds. Buddha has said giving shelter is considered as given everything. So even though they made a house for birds, it is a shelter. A nest for birds or a small place for the birds, it's a shelter. And they will protect their life. Now again, Kenuli. I am Kenuli. First, I want to share merit with our teacher, Most Venerable Lokaswamin Wahanse, and then Velimada Saddasilu Swamin Wahanse, and Abba Wahanse, then Subodhi Swamin Wahanse, and all the other venerable monks and nuns, and all of my Dhamma friends all over the world. See, Kenuludu is sharing merit with everyone who's watching this Dhamma program. Have you all shared your merits with everyone who's watching this Dhamma program? Try to do that next time. May they all realize the 4 noble truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now see, first of all, she's spreading loving kindness. And then only she's telling her good deeds. In today's program, Abba Wahanse told, now see, she's adding Sinhala words, Abba Wahanse. How nice this is. In today's program, Abba Wahanse has told everyone to send an email regarding the good qualities of our siblings. Yes, I told. My brother Inuka, the second child of our family, is a bit naughty and sometimes can be annoying. So when they are annoying, take photographs and send to us. But he is really very kind towards me. My parents and my younger brother, whenever someone in the family gets sick or is very tired and in pain, he especially takes care of them. And he always massages my mom's and dad's legs and arms whenever they can't fall asleep at night. Good children. Thinking about how to make our lives even more better. That makes my parents feel relaxed. And he is the one who cleans the house, the second brother. Yes, he cares for me and I care for him. See how wonderful These three siblings are living happily at home. And my younger brother, Isita, who is about 3.5 years old, can be a bit stubborn, but he is very friendly and very obedient. He always does whatever he is told to do. Do you do, children? Do you do whatever you all are told to do? What you are said to do? What you are assigned to do? No, opposite of that. Nowadays, he does not trouble our mother, and she is really afraid that he might fall down or hurt himself. He has already got a few bumps on his head. Poor thing. But my brother Isita can take care of himself well, almost. So, Isita is so nice. So, we bless Isita-san. May you develop in wisdom. May you have long life. May you live happily. So, may all the three siblings realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And Kenulidua has done a wonderful presentation. She has done a presentation about how we can apply the Buddhist teachings, the value of Buddha's teachings, about the 5 precepts. Why do we need 5 precepts? So watch this video and then we'll go to the other children's good deed. Now there's another email. It's a handwritten paper. I would like to show it to you all. I don't know whether it's beautiful to see. So it's a handwritten one. So handwritten ones are also beautiful. So next time you can send handwritten things as well. It's interesting rather than typing. Homework, qualities of my sibling. So this is sent by Timesha. Sent by whom? Timesha. Okay. Read the email PDF about my siblings. Okay, I will read. My brother is very kind towards me, but I am not. Okay, that is from me. He is extremely generous and he never hesitates to share with others. My brother is gentle. He makes sure that everyone is well and okay. What a wonderful brother. He should come to Sri Lanka and help our monastery. He protects me in the most caring way. Now shall I add one more thing? But I don't care my brother in the same way that my brother does for me. I know this Timesha Dua. She comes for the Zoom programs. even if I quarrel with him, see, she is telling now, it doesn't say that brother quarrels with her. See, even if I quarrel with him, my brother always forgives me for my bad actions. Whenever I'm stuck, he is always there to give a helping hand. My loving brother teaches me to do right thing and never the wrong thing. These are just the very few amazing qualities of my good-hearted, thoughtful, selfless brother. Selfless means the brother is always thinking about others. So now see, now this Timesha Dua, she is very meritorious to have a brother like this. But this brother is not that much meritorious to have a wonderful sister. Do you understand, children? Now this Timesha Dua has a wonderful brother. Now this Timesha Dua is experiencing a good karma. Due to her good karma in past life, she is having a good sibling. But if this Timesha Dua is fighting with the brother again and again, if she continue doing this bad action, what happens? In next life, Timesha Dua will not have a good brother. But then this wonderful brother, he will have a good sibling in next life. So the problem is Timesha Dua has forgotten that she has received a good brother. She has got a good brother by doing good action in past lives, which now she is not doing. So anyway, I bless Timesha Dua and his brother. May you all be well and happy. May both of you all have equal qualities and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And there's one more daughter who always very friendly with this Timesha Dua. So that is Kiana daughter. So Kiana daughter these days, she has lost her front teeth. And you'd have seen her video in the last program we showed her video, how she talks about the impermanence nature. So let us share merit with Kiana daughter. If not, let us share merit with Kiana daughter, because if not, Kiana daughter might feel sad if we do not share merit when we talk about Timesha daughter. Kiana daughter is waiting to hear her name as well. So I bless one more time. I bless Kiana daughter. May Kiana daughter get her the beautiful front teeth, and may Kiana daughter again have a beautiful face and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And there's a beautiful video to watch, a flower arrangement. So this flower arrangement, you can do this flower arrangement to offer to the Supreme Buddha. So this is done by Linesha's sister. So let's watch this video as well, how to make a flower arrangement, a flower bouquet, a flower vase to offer to the Supreme Buddha. So let's watch that video and join us to share another wonderful deed done by one of the kids.
Namo Buddhaya, everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a flower arrangement. First, you will be needing some flowers, and you can also have some leaves if you want. And also you need a vase and a wet foam. Then you're going to soak it inside the water, and you're going to put it inside your vase. Then you're going to get your flowers and you're going to create your own shape that you want it to have. I'm going to use the roses and put it in the middle. And before I do that, I'll cut it because it's too long. And I'm going to put this in the middle. Now I'm going to do this for the rest of the roses. Now I'm going to use these Carnesia's flowers. some leaves. I hope you enjoyed today's video of the arrangement of the flowers for the Lord Buddha, Dhamma Buddhaya. Now it's time to offer my flowers. Dhamma Buddhaya.
There's another email from another child. My name is Pahanli Damsara. I am 6 years old. I am from Melbourne. I wrote few of sentences about great Arahant Mahinda Thera. Okay. The great Arahant Mahinda Thera is our teacher. He taught us the Supreme Buddha's Dhamma and about the Supreme Sangha. His father was King Dharmashoka. His sister was Arahant Sangamitta Theri. When Anubuddha Mahinda Thero came to Sri Lanka, King Devanampitis was ruling the country. Arahant Mahinda Thero came with his supernatural powers from the sky. Mahinda Thero's teacher was great Arahant Moggali Putthatissa Thero. Mahinda Thero was very compassionate to all of us. He gave us a lot of the Supreme Buddha's relics. So see, a 6-year-old child is writing about Arahant Mahinda. How nice it is, how amazing it is. So I share all the good deeds. I rejoice in all the good deeds done by y'all. So there's a nice chanting to be done. So one of the children, one of the kids who's watching the Mirror of Dhamma program has sent us a nice poem. So let's chant that poem after this session. So by sharing these good deeds, by sharing all these good deeds, by rejoicing in all the good deeds done by all these kids, may all of us and may all these kids, may all the children who are watching this program and their parents and their relatives be well and happy, have happiness, and may all the coronavirus patients overcome soon, and may all of us realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, this session is to venerate our teacher, especially for this program today. Kyle Putha has sent a beautiful poem for us. I will read this aloud. Listen. Close your eyes now. Close your eyes and think of the Supreme Buddha. My homage to the gem of the Supreme Buddha. The Buddha is my refuge every day. Think, children. My homage to the gem of the Supreme Dhamma. The Dhamma is my refuge every day. My homage to the gem of the Supreme Sangha. The Sangha is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Triple Gem. Triple Gem is my refuge every day. Keep your eyes closed. Let's think about our Kalyana Mitta, our noble friend, our Lokasamin Wahansa. See what Kyle Putha has written. When the world was full of lust, hatred and delusion, our Lokasamin Wahansa uplifted the Supreme Triple Gem, highlighted the importance of Gautama Buddha's dispensation, preached the key fact of life, the Supreme Dhamma. The great qualities of our Lokasamin Wahansa are shining like the moon and the sun. Our Lokasamin Wahansa is a Kalyana Mitta to everyone, guided us to the right path of life, allowed us to engage in meritorious deeds. Without our Lokasamin Wahansa, we would have been lost. In this little note, I really want to tell our Lokasamin Wahansa how lucky we are to have Most Venerable Avasarai Kiribadgoda Jnanananda Thero as our teacher in our lives. Many merits to you, Swamin Wahansa, for everything Swamin Wahansa has done to us. I bow and worship wholeheartedly our teacher, my Most Venerable Lokasamin Wahansa. Please forgive me, Lokasamin Wahansa, if I have done anything wrong by my body, speech and mind during this endless samsaric journey. By the power of all merits that we have accumulated, may our Lokasamin Wahansa be well and happy. May our Lokasamin Wahansa realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So Kyle Putha, so whenever So actually I have come to the main monastery today. So hopefully if I meet Lokusaminos in the evening, I will give this poem to Lokusaminos' hand. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, now we have to share merit with the people who have helped us. We should show gratefulness to others. We should become grateful. We should be grateful, and we should be grateful every day until we attain Nibbana. If we don't practice gratefulness, what would happen to us? We would become ungrateful. We will not remember the people who have helped us, and we will forget them. And then we will become disobedient to them. We will neglect them. We will not help them in return. Now, for the dedicated people who have sponsored for this program, who helped us to broadcast this program in Shraddha TV, around Sri Lanka and all over the world, who have sponsored for the expenses incurred for this program, we should share merit with them. And we should share merit with all the gods, with the departed relatives, and with our teacher, and with everyone who's listening to this program. So the today's program is sponsored by a family from Melbourne, Australia. So their parents are Indika Jayasundara Upasaka and Tilini Sirivardhana Upasika. And they like to bless their child. Their child is Yasiru Jayasundara. I think Yasiru has made a presentation. He made a presentation and we showed it 2 weeks ago. And the parents are hoping to bless him for the 12th birthday on 15th July 2020. So for him to have long life, let's first of all share merit with the gods, and may all the gods rejoice in this merit, and may all the gods protect our Yasiriputta, and may all the gods develop in wisdom and develop in virtue, and may they develop in the faith in Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and may all the gods help us to overcome from this corona pandemic as soon as possible, and may all the gods realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let us share merit with all the departed relatives, that is Tivuda Sirivardhana Upasaka, that is father of Tilini Upasika, and Asanta Sirivardhana Upasaka, that is brother of Tilini Upasika, and may all the departed relatives of all of us, all the departed relatives who have passed away throughout our samsara, may they rejoice in this merit, and may they have happiness, and may they escape from suffering as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may Pingat Lokusaminas and all the venerable monks and nuns of Mahamena Buddhist Monastery and all over the world be well and happy, have happiness, have long life, and realize the Four Noble Truths. May all the monks and nuns, including main devil Lokusaminas and all the monks and nuns, realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And parents of Indika and the mother of Tilini Upasika and all the relatives and friends rejoice in this merit. May Jayasundara family rejoice in this merit, and may everyone be well and happy. May Yasiriputta's Dhamma Friends be well and happy, and may Yasiriputta have long life, and he is gaining a good merit on his birthday. So the birthday is coming very soon. So I think Yasiriputta might be watching this sermon, watching this program. So everyone should remember that we should spend the birthday in a meaningful way. And the main thing that we should understand on the birthday is we are losing the time to live in this world. We are getting closer to death. before that we should cultivate, develop good deeds as much as possible. Don't even ever do a single thing that could lead you to regret. Regret is a suffering. Regret is a sorrow for us. Regret is an unwholesome deed. Regret is something for us to suffer later. Regret will take away our happiness. So why should we regret? Why should we do things that takes away our happiness? So may Yashariputra and their parents and everyone rejoice in this wonderful deed, wonderful merit. And may all the kids who took part in this program rejoice in this Dhamma program, rejoice in this meritorious sponsoring for this program. And may everyone peacefully realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may all the monthly donors, the dedicated donors, the people who contribute the Shraddha TV as monthly donations, may they also rejoice in this merit, and may they realize the Four Noble Truths, and may they have happy minds, and may they realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.